I just want to do a little bit of a brief overview on how to use the inDesign report document that you've downloaded from Brightspace. Okay, most of you probably haven't used Adobe InDesign as yet, so I just want to run over just a couple of basic things just so that you'll be able to complete this document. Okay, InDesign's usually used in industry for things like layout work, things like that has type and photos. Maybe we might be doing a brochure or an advertisement for the press. Maybe we could be designing business cards or letterheads. Anything that's more of a page layout application, we would use Adobe InDesign as opposed to Illustrator that would be used for like perhaps drawing logos, drawing graphics, packaging, things like that. Okay, but for page layouts, we like to expect that you'd be using Adobe InDesign. Okay, so I just want to run through this document, which has got 8 pages that will need to be completed over the next 5 weeks. Okay, all you basically need to do is, it's all been set out for you. It's just clicking on the type tool that you can see here in the toolbox. Click on the type tool and answer each of the questions. So we'll be talking about the brief in our class, and then you guys will be, for instance here, you'll need to list what the project objectives are, what the production process is, what the project constraints are, and also the timeline. So all you need to do is type your answer, okay, in here. Okay, click on here. Answer in here. Okay, and again down here, I can't spell, type here. Okay, and clicking down here, type here. Okay, so your responses will go in there. Okay, you'll have better information than just type in here. Next page, page 2. Okay, you'll see down here I've got my pages window open. If your pages window is not open, you can go up to the main menu, just like we did in Illustrator and Photoshop, and you can scroll down and go pages. Okay, I've just turned it off, so I'm going to go back and turn it on. Okay, so now I can click on page 2, and this is part B of the document. Okay, so you'll need to determine whether you're going to be following the design process for a soap or a chocolate. Okay, so in here, I just need you to type which one you've chosen. Okay, so I'm choosing chocolate. Okay, just so we know. Now in this table here, what we need to do is create, come up with 10 different combinations of flavours or scents. Okay, we don't just want a single flavour, we want a combination. So you need to be a little bit creative. You need to think about maybe you can combine 2 or 3 flavours together. Okay, and then you're going to be in this side, you're going to be talking about the tone of voice, okay, which we've already discussed earlier. You know, what's the feeling behind these combinations, okay, that you want to admit eventually on your packaging. Okay, so I've chosen white chocolate and matcha tea. Okay, so then I need to talk about what sort of tone of voice or keywords that will describe the feeling that I want this combination to evoke. Okay, so I'm going to say, okay, I want it to be sweet. It's going to be relaxing because it's all about tea. And I'm thinking I want a sort of a green feeling, okay, because we're sort of talking about matcha tea. So I'm going to have green, and that will probably be reflected on my packaging colour choices in Unit 3. Okay, this semester. The next flavour that I'm choosing, dark chocolate and coconut. Okay, and for this, the keywords and or the tone of voice is I'm thinking it's going to be fresh. I'm talking summer, maybe the ocean or the sea. Okay, so I'm just going to type those words in. So then when I come to actually creating some designs in bit further on, they're the sort of words that I'm thinking my patterns are going to evoke. Okay, so then I'd continue on and do all 10. Okay, 10 combinations and tone of voice. Okay, then down here, okay, describe 3 creative thinking techniques. So we've already discussed this again. So you need to describe them. Don't just list them, but maybe you could say mind map, and then add a description. Okay, just a little short sentence. Okay, so then do that for each of them. Okay, think about the three that we've talked about. I think we talked about mind map, brainstorming, word association. If you know more, you can add some more, or you can just choose whatever three. But make sure that there are three listed, okay? Then the next page is our mind map, okay? So what we need to do is create on just a separate piece of paper, just a hand scribbled mind map, okay? You'll be starting with your product, whether it's soap or chocolate, and then you'll be branching out from that and talking about your different 10 flavors that you've chosen, okay? And then you might be adding things like your tone of voice and your themes of that. So I've done one, and I'm going to place it in here. So you can see that it says here, place a scan of the mind map into this box. So the way we would do that is we'll click on our arrow tool up the top, okay? Click on the box, okay? And it says place equals Command D, okay? We can either use shortcuts. I always like shortcuts. I like to learn new shortcuts. Or if you don't want to do that, you can go up to File and go Place, okay? So I like Command, so I'm going to go Command D, okay? And then when my computer stops spinning, I'm going to drive to where my mind map's living. Okay, so what I've done is I've created a special folder. Okay, and here we go, inDesign Basics. So this would be, perhaps you guys could call your folder Task 1. Okay, Task 1, follow a design process. Okay, in here I've taken a photo of my mind map, okay, and I'm going to place it. So all I need to do is find my image, okay, and go open. Okay, and there it is. Okay, see, it's a little bit big. I can go up here to my top little icons up here, and I can hit that one. See, it says fit content proportionally. I can hit that, and it automatically reduces it. Okay. But what you can see there is when I go bigger is I've started off with my chocolate in the middle, okay? Then I've added branches to it. So I've gone, white, I've got milk, I've got fruits, I've got dark, and then I've, added extra words that have come off that, a little bit like the word association that we talked about as well. Okay, so this is basically giving me a little bit of an overview of the vision I want to go with my chocolate production. Okay, so I'll just go back to, so remember how we did that? Okay, what I might do is just go undo and I'll show you again. Okay, so, okay, I'm going to click on that, Command D, or I can go under here to place. I'm going to drive to my mind map. I'm going to click open, and then up here I can go fit contents proportionally, and in it goes, okay, and that is job done on that one. Then I want to create a mood board. Okay, so what I've done is I've gone off and I've found some images, okay, things to sort of that are going to reflect a little bit of some of my favourite flavour combinations. Now, you don't need to do all your flavour combinations, just give me a little bit of a feel of the sort of direction you're going in. Okay, so how are we going to create a mood board in inDesign? So what I would do, I'm going to add some pictures. Okay, so you can see over here, this is the little picture box. Okay, and click on that rectangle and I can draw a shape. Okay, again, Command D for placing. Okay, in here I've created all my elements. Okay, so I'm just going to select that one. Okay, I'm going to draw another box. Command D, coconut, pop that one in. Okay, you can create your mood board any old way you like. Okay, this is what I'm just doing. I've got some cups, just match a tea. In it goes. Okay, if I want to move that picture around, for instance, I could go up here and go auto fit. Okay, it doesn't quite fit my picture, so I could go on this one here, fit frame to content, and it just snaps it right into the size of the content. Okay, I can hold V down, and see when I hold V down, it gives me the arrow, I can pick that up and I can move it. Okay. Okay. If I wanted to make that bigger, I could click on it. I could hold down the A. Okay. I've got the arrow. If I hold down A, it gives me the little hand. Okay. I can move that around, or I can, if I go out here to the end handle, I can enlarge it. Okay. Just a few things that you can do. Again, we'll go over all of this sort of stuff in class as well, but this is just a good little video so you can go back to it if you get stuck, if you're working on things at home or something. Okay, so let me see, what else do I want to do? I want to go Command D. I'm going to put some iced chocolate. Okay, I might just line that up there. I'll go Command D again, and I've even found some things like just some organic patterns that I liked as well for a bit of inspiration. So I might go there. If I want to reduce the size of that, I can just hit, I can either go to my free transform tool here, okay, and it gives me the handles, and I can just, like in Illustrator, we can just hold shift and just reduce that down. Okay, that's just some things. Then what I want to need to do is I'm going to add a text panel, because I want to talk about what sort of vibe I was getting at, okay, what was the feeling I was trying to evoke. So to get a text box, I would just hit the text tool, same as in Illustrator, click and drag, okay, and then I can just type. So I'll just say type some annotation here about what you were trying to achieve. Okay, so you can just type a little story there. Again, we need to have some links, okay, to the URLs where you've sourced all these images from. So the same thing, okay. You could do this, you might do it underneath each image, or you might do a little section, and I'm going to type add URLs as well. Okay, so then you can just do, and that can be really small, you can make it 6 point. You'll see up the top here, you've got your point sizes, you've got your typefaces, same as in Illustrator. Okay, so that's pretty much what you're going to do there. If you want, you could be creative and you can start giving me a bit of a headline, and you know, you might want to say something like fresh and milky. Okay, they were just two words I thought of when I looked at that. You can make it bigger, obviously. You can change the font. Okay, let's say I'm going to go like this. Like inDesign is always a little bit slow. If you find that your text has, the text box is too small, just drag it out. Okay, I might find I'll put that there and over that white bit. Okay, so there's my mood board. Okay, so moving on to the next one. You are going to be doing some hand-drawn patterns. Okay, so the same thing applies as what we did before. We need to click that text box or that picture box, Command D. Okay, or you can go up to File. Okay, I've already taken photos of them, so I'll go Patterns 1. Just goes in there. Again, I want it to fit it into the picture box, so I'm going to go up here to the Fit Content Proportionally, and I'm going to click that so it just fits in nicely. Okay, again, next page, because we need a minimum of 12 illustrations. So we're going to have 2 pages. Okay, so again, Command D, or we can go up here to place, and I'll just drive to the second one, and I'm going to go Auto Fit. Okay, and there it is. Okay, so now what we need to do on this page is we need to place our favorite patterns. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Same way, click on there, Command D. Okay, I'm going to go Pattern 1, so I'm going to just cruise around until I find the one I like. Let's say that's this one, so I can just pop that in there. Okay, again, this one, Command D, or I can go Place. Okay, I'm going to choose one from Pattern 2. and I like this one. It's a little bit of a bubbly one. Okay, and then on this one, again, I'm going to find one over here, and obviously you're going to pre-know which one you want to use. So it's that one. Okay, they're my 3 chosen ones. Okay, these will be ones that we'll be using in assessment task 2, and you're going to be actually drawing these in Illustrator. Okay, creating some electronic artwork, some vector artwork. Okay, so you've done that. Now you just go to the final page, and here you'll be recording some feedback and also writing a reflection. Okay, we'll be having a bit of a discussion in class about your work. You'll be presenting it to us, and we'll all be giving you a bit of feedback. Okay, so again in here, I can't spell, write feedback here. Okay, just record that, and in here you're going to type a bit of a reflection, and the reflection might be, you know, how did you find the process? Okay, what have you learnt? Did you find that your patterns reflected your flavors? Things like that. Okay, just a reflection on how the whole process went, and then that's it. Okay, and so once you've done that, you just, so I'll save it, and then I need you to create a piece design. I know exactly where it's going. It's into my inDesign Basics folder. I've actually made sure that I put my name at the end of the document. Okay, so I would suggest you do the same thing so we know who's who, and hit save. And then under here, under the presets, mine's already preset onto the smallest file size. You can do the same, okay, that way. And here I've got it clicked on all, and then I can export. Okay, it's telling me there's over, oh, that's fine, ignore that. I'll just go yes, 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 and that's it. Okay, so that's how you will be filling out the inDesign report document, okay, before